Stephanie White's words hit the Indiana Fever like a lightning bolt that no one saw coming. In what was supposed to be a calm, post-season reflection, the Fever's head coach unleashed a statement that not only shocked the front office, but sent Caitlin Clark's entire fan base into an uproar. The same coach who once called Clark's injury a blessing in disguise was now implying something far more dangerous, that the Fever might actually be better without her. What started as a simple interview quickly turned into an organizational crisis. White spoke with the confidence of a leader in control, but her words landed like grenades in the locker room. She said the team's #1 priority going into the next season was not Caitlin Clark, the franchise's generational superstar, but Kelsey Mitchell. To White, Mitchell wasn't just important. She was the player to build around. To the Fever's executives, it sounded like betrayal. Kelsey Mitchell had been part of the franchise long before Caitlin Clark arrived. She'd endured the losing seasons, the rebuilds, the frustration. But the Fever drafted Clark for one reason: to change everything. From the moment she stepped into Indiana, Clark transformed the organization from a bottom-dwelling team to a national spectacle. Sponsorships soared, ticket sales exploded, and the team was suddenly everywhere. ESPN, Nike ads, talk shows. Caitlin Clark wasn't just the face of the Fever. She was the Fever. So when White implied that Mitchell was the top priority, the front office couldn't believe what they were hearing. Behind closed doors, executives reportedly erupted in frustration. Clark was under contract for 2 more years, and she was the reason the Fever had even become relevant again. To hear their head coach seemingly minimize that impact was almost unthinkable. Fans didn't take it lightly either. Social media erupted with anger. Hashtags like #BarBuildAroundCaitlin and FireWhite began trending, and even national sports outlets picked up the story. To many, this wasn't just about favoritism. It was about a coach revealing where her true loyalty lay. The deeper problem wasn't just one soundbite. It was the history behind it. Insiders had whispered for months that tension existed between White and Clark. Their chemistry never seemed seamless. White favored structured, conservative basketball. Clark thrived on creativity, flair, and improvisation. Clark's presence drew massive attention and pressure, but it also shifted the balance of power inside the locker room. Veterans like Mitchell, who had once been the faces of the team, suddenly found themselves overshadowed. Instead of embracing the shift, White seemed determined to keep the old hierarchy intact. Her loyalty to Mitchell was visible in every public statement. She praised her consistency, her professionalism, her heart-of-the-team mentality. But for the Fever's ownership, especially the Simon family, who had poured millions into rebuilding around Clark, those words felt like a rejection of the very vision they had sold to fans, sponsors, and media partners. Caitlin Clark wasn't just a basketball player. She was a brand, a movement, a generational phenomenon who had revived an entire league's visibility. And yet, here was her coach talking like Clark was just another piece on the board. When you look closer, it's easy to see why the comment created such chaos. White's build around Kelsey remark wasn't emotional or impulsive. It was deliberate, calm, measured. That made it worse. It revealed a philosophical divide inside the organization. On one side, the executives who viewed Clark as the cornerstone of everything. On the other, a coach still rooted in the past, loyal to players who had endured losing seasons and hard rebuilds. To her, keeping Mitchell wasn't just strategic, it was personal. But in professional sports, personal loyalty can be career suicide. The Fever's business depends on Caitlin Clark. She fills arenas. She drives national TV deals. She moves merchandise faster than the entire WNBA combined. The Clark effect is real. Ratings, attendance, engagement, all up triple digits since she arrived. Every major brand wants a piece of her. She's not just an athlete, she's an economy. So when her coach publicly implies she's not the priority, it's not just bad optics, it's bad business. Behind the scenes, the front office reportedly went into damage control mode. Calls flew between ownership, PR executives, and agents. Should they defend White? Should they issue a statement clarifying her intent? Or should they quietly start preparing for a coaching change before next season? Some insiders claimed that the Simon family viewed White's comments as an unacceptable risk. A coach who undermines her star isn't just creating tension. She's destabilizing an entire franchise. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark stayed silent. No social media posts, no cryptic quotes, nothing. That silence only amplified the storm. Fans interpreted it as grace, restraint, proof that she was above the drama. Her quiet professionalism stood in stark contrast to the noise surrounding her coach, and it made the Fever's leadership look even more conflicted. What makes this controversy so explosive is what it symbolizes. It's not just about Caitlin Clark versus Kelsey Mitchell. It's about old versus new. A franchise caught between loyalty to the players who endured the losing years and the superstar who made them relevant again. Stephanie White's words exposed that divide in the most public way possible. Her allegiance to the past clashed directly with the Fever's vision of the future, and now, the entire basketball world is watching to see which side wins. Executives know they can't afford to lose Clark's trust. Not now. Not after everything she's done for the team and the league. But firing White could create another storm, one that paints the Fever as unstable or disloyal to their coach. It's a lose-lose scenario, and every day that passes without clarity only makes it worse. For fans, the verdict is already in. Caitlin Clark is the franchise. She's the reason Indiana is back on the basketball map. Her energy, her leadership, and her humility have reignited hope in a team that had been forgotten. To them, it's simple. You build around your generational star, or you lose her. The Indiana Fever's future now hangs on what happens next. Does Stephanie White survive this? Or do the Fever leadership make a bold move to protect their most valuable asset? Either way, the damage is done. The trust is fractured. And the organization's next move will define not just their relationship with Caitlin Clark, but their identity as a franchise. What's clear is this. Stephanie White may have thought she was showing loyalty, but in doing so, she may have accidentally told the truth about a deeper divide inside her team. A divide that could cost Indiana far more than a few headlines. It could cost them their future. So what do you think? Did Stephanie White cross the line? Or is this all being blown out of proportion? Should the Fever stand by their coach or make a change before it's too late? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments below. And if you love deep dives into the drama behind sports power struggles, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next breakdown.